Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. I am Joshua Van Slegman. Thank you for joining us, and let's get to the news in details. The Guyana Revenue Authority on Friday seized a shipment of fuel at the center of a scandal at the state-owned Guyana oil company, Guy Oil. Jason Aaron, the principal of Aaron Royalty Incorporated, ARI, the company that ordered the fuel for Guy Oil, confirmed the seizure, talking to this newscast yesterday. He also admitted that the company does not have an import license for fuel, but claims that he did not bring the fuel into Guyana's waters as per agreement with Guy Oil officials. Aaron explained that under his verbal agreement with the entity's officials, Guy Oil was supposed to send their pilot ship to escort the vessel from international waters on arrival. This did not happen. You can get the full details in today's Kaieteur News. Trinidadian energy expert Anthony Paul is of the firm view that while the government of Guyana's intention to bring gas ashore is certainly with merit, studies rationally the project must be done in advance. During an exclusive interview, Paul noted that Guyana has approximately 12 trillion cubic feet of gas. He said, "That's more than TNT has. Plus, yours is very rich gas, meaning it has lot of LPG. That is, you don't need a refinery to get this gasoline. If you don't bring it ashore, ExxonMobil will burn it." Given that gas accounts for approximately 20% of the discovered resources in the Stabroek Block, totaling 9 billion oil equivalent resources, Guyana has three choices: burn it, bury it, or monetize it. Since burying is not the preferred option, and since burning is not the preferred option, and burying it avoids numerous opportunities for earning foreign exchange and expanding Guyana's development potential, the obvious route is monetizing it. Two bandits armed with a gun pounced on a Chinese businessman yesterday and robbed him at gunpoint while he was opening his supermarket at 593 Access Road, Diamond, East Bank, Demerara. The owner of the supermarket told police that one of the men pointed a gun at him and ordered him to enter the building. As they followed, they closed the supermarket shutters behind them and demanded that he hand them the cash. He further related to police that he was fearful for his life and gave them a total of $300,000. The men reportedly collected the money and escaped in a waiting car in the western direction along the Diamond Access Road. A decision to erect a waste treatment facility to support the oil and gas sector is being challenged by some residents of Coverdend, East Bank, Demerara, and the Environmental Protection Agency has since responded and has agreed to host a public hearing today on the matter. According to the agency, its Environmental Assessment Board will be conducting the public hearing at the Suicide Coverdend Neighborhood Democratic Council. The EAB will be looking into the appeal submitted against Global Oil Environment Services, construction and operation of a waste treatment facility. That facility is intended to transfer storage, treatment, and disposal of exploration and production waste from the oil and gas storage. The public hearing, according to the EPA, is being held in keeping with the Environmental Protection Act, which prescribes that the EAB shall conduct public hearings into all appeals submitted against the EPA's decision not to require an environmental impact assessment. You're listening to your morning newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. A party of police at Chinese landing on Saturday recovered the stolen boat of a village Tushao just before the boat was about to be painted over and subsequently sold. The 4.3 million boat, along with a Yamaha engine belonging to Orin Fernandes, Tushao of Chinese Landing, Northwest District, went missing on Sunday last. The victim had made a report via cellular phone on Monday 19th of April to the Aquara police station after realizing then that the vessel might have been stolen. According to a police report, the investigation led to a woman being reportedly arrested and questioned about the whereabouts of the stolen vessel and her connection with the theft. Further investigation revealed that on the 21st of April, the arrested female, who is a resident of Bartica, and an identifiable male allegedly took the boat and engine to a boat builder's workshop to change the color. The engine, however, was not present at the workshop. After being questioned about the whereabouts of the engine, a woman disclosed that the engine was situated at her home. The boat builder and the woman are presently in custody at the Bartica police station and are assisting with investigations. The Ministry of Health yesterday reported that 3 persons who tested positive for the novel coronavirus have died. Their deaths now bring Guyana's COVID-19 death toll to 284. Dead is an 80-year-old man from Region 4, Demerara, Mahaica, a 51-year-old man and a 55-year-old woman, both from Region 3, Essequibo Islands, West Demerara. According to the ministry's press release, all 3 persons died on Saturday while receiving treatment at a medical facility. The ministry also recorded 103 new COVID-19 cases, taking the total number of confirmed cases to 12,703. The dashboard also shows that 12 patients are in the COVID-19 intensive care unit, 73 are in institutional isolation, 1,548 in home isolation, and 10 persons are in quarantine. To date, 10,786 recoveries have been recorded. Let me tell you now that Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony on Saturday commissioned a newly upgraded Diamond Center on the east bank of Demerara as a smart hospital. The Smart Hospital initiative comes on the United Kingdom-funded $835 million project seeking to transform 5 health institutions in Guyana into smart facilities. The other hospitals to be upgraded are the Mabaroom and Letham Regional Hospitals, the Lenore Carthage Hospital, and the Paramakatoy Health Center. Its general aim is to upgrade the facilities to standards that are green and safe, lessening their carbon footprints, which is described as a measure of activities to ascertain the amount of carbon dioxide being produced through the burning of fossil fuels. In addition, the smart hospitals also promote better work and patient flows. We tell you now that the Guyana Police Force has boosted a significant decrease in homicide cases for the year, with recent stats showing male victims outnumbering female victims at a rate of 4-1. The GPF from January to now has reported a total of 37 homicides out of 30, or 81% were males. This means that 81% of the persons slaughtered in 2021 were male. Kaieteur News, in a recent article published titled 10 Most Gruesome Murders of 2020 Still to be Prosecuted, noted that it had reported an over 140 murders for that year. A significant amount of those slain in 2020 were women, but the amount of men killed stood away over 50%. You can get the full details in today's Kaieteur News. And in Guyana and right across the Eastern Caribbean, it is 7 hours 10. Finally, at this time for your morning newscast, police are investigating an armed robbery that occurred yesterday at the Ogle seawall while a fisherman was waiting to pick up his workers who were returning from sea. According to the police report, at about 22 hours 30, the victim, Gasram Ramdat, had parked his minibus along the Ogle seawall, a common practice by Ramdat as he usually picks up his workers from his boat whenever they return from fishing offshore the Ogle seashore. The man had exited his vehicle after parking it and was reportedly approached by 2 bandits, one of which who allegedly armed with a knife. The suspect then held the man at knife point and proceeded to search him. Ramdat was robbed of his Samsung cellular phone and $90,000, a bus key, and $71,000 in cash. The other suspect ransacked the vehicle but did not take anything. After conducting the robbery, the 2 suspects then went onto the bicycles and escaped. Investigations are ongoing. And with that, we've come to the end of your morning newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Let me remind you that you can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at a newsstand near you, or head across to our website at Kaieteur News.